All right. Yeah. Question is, how can I become more creative in my problem solving? All right. Yeah. That is really good question. Okay. So, problem solving. Okay. So, what's a problem solving? It's not really hard to understand. A problem solving means like that there is some sort of stuff is actually happened. Okay. Yeah. And you have to solve that thing. Okay. That is called problem solving. But basically is this thing, how do you supposed to use a creative way so that you could kind of like a something like a creative way to solve the problem? Like will I able to do that, or can I able to do that such thing? Is this thing kind of like a something possible? Well, it's a very okay. So if you don't really understand this question, so I'm gonna give you kind of like a something answer. I'm gonna give you kind of like an example so that you would understand. All right, yeah. So basically, is this saying that ki, um, I don't know how to okay, like creative way to problem solving things. Okay, how does it's kind of like a some creative way? Okay, yeah, like probably I'm not really understand at this moment, so I'm gonna kind of like a use some sort of like a something pointer which is actually suggested by the chat GPT. I'm gonna talk about that. Okay, yeah, embrace the growth mindset. All right, yeah. Growth mindset, what exactly is this thing? Well, in this point they actually mention that ki you have to be kind of like a think that ki you are actually growing and you are kind of like a something that improving or something like that. When you have that kind of like a something mindset or stuff like that, then probably is this thing you are not kind of like a thinking about failure and things like that, because you always have kind of like a some sort of kind of like a somebody backup plan, or you always have kind of like a somebody contingency plan to figure it out and stuff like that, because you always kind of like I don't know. Okay, yeah. But in my point of perspective, there are a couple of these questions na kind of like a simply fucking my mind. Okay, yeah. Like creative way to problem solve the problem. How do I supposed to kind of like a simply solve the problem with a creative way? Okay, yeah. Have I ever done that? Have I like am I kind of like a did kind of like a simply solve some sort of problem with a creative way? First of all, let's talk about problem. Okay, yeah. Have you ever faced any kind of like a some problem? Uh yes. Am I? Yeah, I face a lot of problems, by the way. Okay, yeah. If I'm kind of like a looking at just take the random kind of like a family problem that you are actually facing every day. Is that key? You are 31. Okay, yeah. You are living with your parents. Okay, yeah. You are not earning any money. Okay, and this is kind of like a simply a problem. Okay, yeah. So what is that is the solution? Okay, yeah. The solution is that key earn money. Okay, yeah. Earn money means like go to job and go to things like that and start to earn some sort of money. Okay, yeah. Like is this kind of like a something solution? Well, no, it's not kind of like a something a permanent solution. Yeah, it's a solution, but it's not permanent solution. It's a kind of like something temporary. Means like that I will start earning money, some sort of money from this job and things like that, but it will not secure my future and things like that. Alright, yeah. So how do I supposed to kind of like a something earn money? Okay, but kind of like a something creative way. How do I supposed to do that? Well, probably the path that I chose to be earn money is that kind of like a something I wanted to do, kind of like a YouTube. Okay, YouTuber. Am I say YouTuber to myself? Like, yeah, I'm actually uploading couple of shorts, couple of vertical videos on YouTube platform as well as Instagram platform too. And yeah, I am kind of like a some. I'm not really earning any money, but I'm have kind of like a little bit followers. Okay, yeah. In Instagram platform, I have 5,000 followers, and in YouTube 1,400. It's not really that much. Okay, yeah. So probably what I'm trying to tell you is this thing that key I choose a such a way which is kind of like something hard. Okay, yeah. Is it creative? Well, it's not that creative. Okay, yeah. What do you mean by that? It's a kind of like a something struggle, na dude. It's a like basically choosing a content creation to be kind of like a something solve the problem and solve kind of like a something. I don't know, yaar. Like basically, this thing, na problem solving thing is a kind of like a something like a temporary example is this thing that ki like you have to go to the Bombay, you are stuck at Nagpur, so how do you supposed to go that there is no flight, there is no railway, so how do you supposed to do that? So this is the problem, so how do you supposed to do that? So what should I do is that okay, I just have to figure it out. There is a guy who is kind of like some private guy or private kind of like some taxi driver, and like give him some sort of money. I had enough money so that he could kind of like giving me ride to Nagpur to Pune, sorry Nagpur to Bombay or somewhere. Okay, yeah, and yeah, this might be kind of like a some solution. Okay, but is not is it kind of like something creative? Well, I don't know. It depends on problem and things like I don't know, dude. Okay, yeah, what I'm trying to tell you is this thing maybe it's just like that. Now every problem solving thing is a kind of like a simply creative example. Okay, yeah, if you don't really understand, so probably is this thing na ki you have a kind of like a some sort of like a problem in the mathematics. Okay, yeah, and you just have to solve some sort of problem in mathematics. So what should you supposed to do is that ki instead of using kind of like a conventional way to solve the problem, you have to think about other possibility, that other ways how do you are supposed to do that. Alright, yeah. But right now, at this moment, now the creative way to solve the problem, probably I am not thinking it wisely or I'm not really understand this question properly. Okay, yeah. Like basically, there are a couple of pointers are here. I'm gonna go through that. Embrace the growth mindset, diversity or experience, practical brainstorm and idea generation, reframe the problem, embrace the constraint, take regular breaks and allow the incubation, challenge assumption, use creative problem tools, foster the creative environment, reflect, learn from past experience, stay curious. Alright. These are kind of like a, some sort of pointers which are kind of like a, some help me to kind of like a solve some sort of problem by creatively. Okay. Yeah. But what I'm trying to tell you, these are pointers are kind of like a, something suggested by the chat GPT, and it reflect in real life. Well, probably is this thing now when you are actually facing some sort of problems now, you are always finding a solution. There is some sort of solution that you actually find this thing and that thing and that thing that thing. Okay, at that point you are not thinking about that key like at this point embrace growth mindset and stuff like that. Like I don't know, dude. Okay, yeah. Probably is this thing na ki when we face some sort of problem now we figure it out some sort of solution. We figure it out some sort of things. Okay, yeah. It depends on how much it important. Example is this thing that key as I mentioned earlier the example that key I have to go to the Bombay. Okay, yeah, there is no train, there is no flight, so how do you supposed to go, how do you supposed to go there? It is really essential to go to the Bombay, so that's why you're kind of like a figure it out the way, like go to the private taxi driver or something like that, or figure it out something like that, or kind of like a somebody take the bike of yourself and started driving by yourself. There are so many ways to go there. Okay, yeah. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is this thing: the problem is there, but it just kind of like a something we have kind of like a something solution are also exist. Like, let me tell you one thing now. Okay, problem is actually created just because of that we have a kind of like a something solution. Okay, yeah. Like this is what it is, now, dude. But probably I think that ki I am not understand at this moment what is actually the creative way to solve the problem. Like I understand kind of like a something that ki a creative way, but still it's kind of like a something hard to express or hard to tell about this thing that ki creative way to solve the problem. I don't know. Okay, yeah. Maybe I haven't really experienced this thing, or maybe I done that thing. It became kind of like something normal that it became really fade out. Probably, shayad. Okay, yeah. So I think this is the way that I kind of like somebody solve some sort of problem creatively. But probably I am not really understand this question that much. Alright, yeah. Next point, next question.